Yeah, well, I didn't work for people for free. So, I was either building for others, I'm a general contractor builder. So I was either building for other investors. That's kind of how I learned, or I was working for people, that were, doing deals. And then I was, partnering with some developers, things like that. So I learned by doing, and I learned by, being a contractor working for other people. So I didn't work for anybody for free. I'm just saying, if you're young and you can, and you want experience, you can offer that, to an individual. But I wasn't in that position. I had a family, I got married young, had kids. I had to work. couldn't, I
Yeah.
couldn't do it. So I learned it all that way. But I read a lot of books. So the first book I read was Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, that opened my mind to business. So a lot of people read that book and they get real estate investing out of it. When I read that book, what I got was start businesses that produce cash flow to then invest in real estate. So when I read Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad, the first thing I did was invest in businesses. I started a business, and then I, built everything from there, and then started investing in real estate. That's what I did, and that was my approach. Then I read, The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. They all have several, consistent themes. And then beyond that, just any number of like Zig Ziglar and Brian Tracy and Jim Rohn and Tony Robbins, and just all of the sales, business training, professional, personal development. I mean, that's what I've done my entire life. Chet Holmes, great sales guy. I mean, all of the old school greats, and then there was the real estate guys like Russ Whitney, Carlton Sheets. I studied all their programs. People in the real estate world. I read everything that Robert Kiyosaki put out, all his books. Dolph Del Roos was his real estate advisor. I read all of his stuff. So I constantly poured into myself. And, back in the day, a lot of younger people don't remember, but it was Sony Walkman cassette recorders, to put, to listen to music while you're out exercising. So I listened to books on tape, and then it became CDs. And then I had the 80 gig iPod, right? My iPod had nothing but books. I never had one song on my iPod. It was always books. Whenever I was driving around, I didn't have music playing. It was a book on tape, book on CD. And even now today, my iPhone, I have zero music. It's all podcasts. It's all books on, audiobooks. And that's what I do. So any downtime I have or driving time, I'm pouring into myself. And I have a strong faith as well. So I have a lot of Christian stuff, and there's a lot of Christian books that I read, and of course the Bible, and I listen to those things as well. But I'm always developing myself constantly. I'm a lifelong learner. I'm not formally educated, but I'm very
Yeah.
self-educated, and it never stops. The older I get, the more I want to learn, the more I want to consume, the more I try to pour into myself, because I do coach and mentor others, and I want to be the best I can be for them, and I want them to get the benefit. So one of the things a lot of people don't think about, when you read a book or listen to a course or even a podcast like this, what everybody's going to get out of me and out of a book that you're reading is everything that we know, all of the experiences that we've had, all the books that we've ever read. I do a lot of leadership development and training, and I've got my own philosophy of leadership that was built on a number of leadership and business books that I've read. Other books, The 1 Minute Manager and all the leadership systems there, Managing by Harold Janine, High Output Management by Andrew Grove, Principles by Ray Dalio. I mean, there's all kinds of business books, Warren Buffett stuff, Sam Walton stuff. I mean, I read biographies and business books. So I take bits and pieces of all of that, and I've kind of developed and created my own system and style. So on the leadership front, a lot of people, study and have the mantra that you want to work on your business, not in your business, right? So I flip that paradigm, and I say you want to work on the people in your business so that they can work on the business for you. It's all about leverage and scale and developing others. So you got to develop yourself first and foremost as a leader, motivator, delegator, right? And then you develop the people on your team that are with you. And I mean everybody, your direct employees, your vendors, subcontractors, suppliers, your partners, your asset managers, everybody you're engaged with is your team, and you want to develop them, and you want to help them be better at what they're doing. So what I've always done my entire career, the way I scaled my businesses so fast, and the way I scale them so fast now, and what I help people do is I develop them as leaders, and I help them work on the people in their business so the people work on the business for them. So that's how you scale. That's how you get to the point to where you are a true entrepreneur. You're a true business owner, not self-employed. The
Yeah.
one thing that I've been very blessed at is I've always I've always known my limitations,
Yeah.
and I've always known that, you just don't know what you don't know, and all you know is what you know. So what I've learned in my life and my career is the more I learn, the more I know, the more I realize I don't know.
Yeah.
And what success in any area of your life, whether it's financially, spiritually, relationally, whatever that looks like for an individual, and you can compartmentalize those and define success separately. There is no one definition of success that says, oh, well, success is having a lot of friends. You're not successful unless no. You can be financially successful. You can be successful with your health. You can be successful in your relationships. You can be successful with your friends. They can all be different and compartmentalized, and you can have different goals. But at the end of the day, it's all about awareness. It's all about what you know that is the ultimate value. And, wisdom is being open and receptive to learning, correction, and learning and knowing more. So I've been a seeker of wisdom my whole life. I start that out with every conversation when I'm talking to somebody that I want to learn from. I tell them, look, I'm a seeker of wisdom. I want to know what I don't know. I want to know what you know. So I try to find people that are where I want to be, that are more successful than I am, doing the things that I strive to do in all those different areas. It could be health, it could be whatever, it could be nutrition, it could be cooking, it could be anything you want to learn. Find people that are great at it and learn from them and be open to it, and realize that it's kind of like railroad tracks, right? You can always go deeper, you can always go further. So if you think about standing on a set of railroad tracks and you're looking down those tracks, the vision's going to stop at some point. You can walk to that point and then you can see again even further,
Yeah.
right? And you walk to that point, you can see even further. So wisdom is the same way. You will never ever reach the
Yeah.
end zone of wisdom. You can always go deeper. So I grew up with it. So I was groomed for it my entire life. My dad was a career military man. He went in, enlisted, came out an officer, which is very difficult. So I grew up with that influence. It's all about discipline. It's all about hard work. It's all about chain of command. It's all about following orders. So I mean, I grew up in a very rigid, disciplined military environment. My dad was tough, and it was funny. I'm not going to go into details about that, but I would say that's really it. It's really the discipline, that you get: discipline, teamwork, leadership. I'm a natural leader. My dad was a leader, so maybe I got that from him. I don't know, but I've always been a leader everywhere I go. I'm the one who's, picked to be the captain, or, put in charge. I don't ask for it. It just happens. Or in some situations, I just do it, right? I'm just a leader, and I just jump in there and I don't force it. People follow me, and it naturally happens. So, so those are the things I got: discipline, self-control, teamwork, leadership, and systems. The military, what a lot of people don't realize, the military is all about systems, and it's in every aspect of life, and, maintenance of the ships, and the offices and the buildings. And, you hear, strict military fashion, military discipline, preventative maintenance systems, redundancies. I mean, the military is all about systems, all about redundancies, all about, uh, in a strict, orderly fashion, so those types of things. So that's really helped me in the efficiency of my life, because I like to do a lot of things, and, I can get distracted, but I know how to focus, and I know how to be very disciplined. So when there's something I want to do, I can lock in on it and get it done.